Today, we're just going to get right into it as your favorite talking head does his best to keep his promise. That's right, I read another book. Today's book happens to be Morgan is My Name by Sophie Keetch, and please do not get distracted by the heater on my face. That's right, while reading this book, I went through puberty again. Hi, I'm your host, Chris Humphrey, and for those of you who don't know who I am, I'm just another talking head doing my best to review music, movies, television, books especially, because I think it's best to get your opinion out there, and it's good to find some things that we like. Now, this subject is Morgan is My Name by Sophie Keetch. Came out last week. I finally had the beauty to read it, and it was a delight. I'm going to start off with what people aren't going to like, and then I'm going to tell you what I really liked. I'm going to try and hide that nasty pimple that won't go away. It's already been 4 days, no matter what I try. You should have seen it last week. Ugh. But back to the book at hand. It's a modern retelling through the perspective of Morgan Le Fey. If you don't know who that is, go out and read anything with Merlin, Camelot, you name it. Uh, Sir Arthur, you'll know who she is. She's a big part of the lore and the history, but this time it's a retelling through her side of things and how her life was throughout this time frame. It was very interesting. Yes, before anybody says anything, yes, this book has been done. It's been done in the 80s in particular, but it's nice to see a modern take on what this lovely writer, first time author, uh, says about it. Now, right off the bat, what people aren't going to like is that it takes very long to get to some important parts of it. What I would highly suggest is stick with it because it's very interesting, and at the very end, it gets its point across to the point where you find out that it ends up being I think a trilogy is what's going to end up happening with this. What I would suggest is to stick with it because the writer continuously gets better off of each page, and that's very important. You want that, especially as a new writer. You want that. She's not big on wordplay, which is okay. Some people don't like that kind of thing. I don't mind. I like the whole simplicity of her words, and trying to get into that actual time period. Um, what I really liked is because being an avid chess fan and being an avid uh, chess player, uh, it was nice to see that chess finally got its due where I always knew that chess led to sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Or in this case, just romance and light romance, which is key in this retelling of the book, and getting Camelot and Merlin and all that from a female perspective, right? I always knew chess is sexy, right? Just ask any grandmaster if it is or not. To me, it is because it's good for your mind and it's good for that kind of thing. That's what I really liked about the book is that there was at least 3 or 4 chapters dedicated to it. What I would suggest in this particular is try to avoid the Kindle right now because it looks like there's some glitches when you get it. It's not broken down or not as pretty as one may be, but get the actual copy of the book. It's very beautiful cover, very beautiful looking book, and the writer did a great job at getting her point across of this major retelling. It's just a little slow. When you get to chapter 10 and 11, get to the sexy chess, you'll probably be like me and you'll either really like it like me or you're not going to like it. Now, to the writer, this is your first book. This is a major accomplishment, and you should continue to write. I don't even know if you want to continue to write in this type of vein, but I would, if I were you, I would get out there and maybe write something else just to get your bearings in. Maybe a couple short stories, maybe something else that you like maybe a movie or anything like that. Because what I see is I see a star in the making, and I see somebody that has taken the time to uh, create characters in a world that is only going to get bigger. Right? You spend so much time doing what most sci-fi and fantasy should do, that is building your world, and it's a very vibrant world, and it made me feel like I was there back in that time. With that being said, I think your writing will only get better over time, and you could see it in chapter like 16 and 17. You could see your writing got more mature as you went along, and that's incredible. Most writers don't get that, and I think you should be very proud of this book. I know everybody waits till the bitter end. I know you can't stop looking at my nose, but I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. It's a great book. Everybody should go out and see it if they want a modern feminist retelling of Merlin and Camelot and Morgan Le Fey. If you don't like that kind of thing because you're ignorant or stupid, because I don't know why, then you're probably not going to like it, especially if you don't like learning from a female perspective. But she does a great job, and her writing is only going to get better from there. You can see where I put it on my list. If I put it on my list, you'll have to see. But I urge you to go out there and definitely go out there and read it. It's out now. If you read it, please let me know down below. If you have any tips to get rid of this baby, it's been 4 days. It keeps shrinking, which is good, but my God, I can't get rid of it. Let me know down below. Let me know what you think of me down below. Let me know what you think of the video. I love you guys. If I don't see you again, it's because I'm trying to get rid of this, but I'm going to say bom dia, boa tarde, and boa noite. Ciao. Morgan is my name by Sophie Keetch. Get it now. Producer, hit some classic music, baby.